and I share powerful tips using the fundamental laws of social psychology to actually boost your language learning experience to the next level and make it a joyful and efficient experience. By efficient, I mean something that does not drag you down, that doesn't waste your time, and that makes it joyful and healthy. So today I've got something great for you. I have the 4 exact steps or the 4 key questions you need to actually put into place a really happy, joyful language learning routine. And deliberately, I call it the happy, joyful language learning routine because language learning should not be an experience where you feel, oh my God, today I have to again do these grammar revisions, or you feel like, oh God, this French vocabulary drill is just dragging me down. I can't take it anymore. If you feel like that, you will not succeed. That's the thing. And also, this is an important social psychology fact. You will not succeed even if you are so motivated, if it becomes linked to negative feeling. So the key behind it, and this is what I want to share with you today, is to create a positive feeling that you associate with your daily practice. And as you will see from the 4 steps, it's also the stress is actually on joyful daily experience. It's a daily practice. It needs to be every day, like sports, like brushing your teeth, like whatever you do on a daily basis leads to success. And it leads to automatic consistency without focusing on consistency, if you know what I mean. So let's start. Here's step number 1. Step number 1 is to be totally self-honest with yourself. Ask yourself this question: when do I learn best? Or the other way around, what do I do when I learn best? And learning best meaning, in which way do you memorize? Good. So, for example, are you more visual type? Are you more the auditive type? Do you like to hear stuff? Or do you like to write? Or are you actually learning best when you are with other people? And this self-honesty, really go with yourself in some 5 minutes of introspection, where you ask yourself, okay, when are those moments where I really memorize well? I give you an example. For me, memorizing well happens whenever I want to say something in a real situation and when I have a why. I told you this before in another video. This is actually also using the social psychology of social connection and social interaction. If I talk to another person in real life, I actually get so much out of that situation because I actually then memorize what I have learned from making a mistake in that situation. Now, I'm not saying this is the ideal way, but the best way is actually to find that kind of what makes you tick, and then to hone in on that. And really, when you have identified, okay, how do I learn best? And to really build your routine all around that. Then step 2 is actually finding the right moment in your daily routine. So no doubt you already have a daily routine, and it needs to be a natural moment when not only your concentration and your ability to focus is at its best, it also needs to be a moment when it comes natural. Now, I hear you will say, oh God, I have such a busy lifestyle. The only time I can carve out is probably in the evening after coming home from work. Now, that doesn't mean you can't learn in that time frame. Of course, I did that many years as well with all the languages I learned. I had a 100% busy lifestyle, and sometimes I was so tired I thought I will never be able to memorize, but still, trust your brain, you will memorize. The key is to carve out those 5 minutes or those minutes in the day when you do something else. You need to link it to something else and then link it, and that is the most important, to that positive feeling. For example, for me, it's definitely walking my dog. Okay, I haven't got anyone to talk to apart from my dog in that situation, you might say. But what is important is the positive feeling. I repeat out loud to myself sentences I'm studying. At the moment, it's Italian. when I'm walking my dog, because that's a joyful experience. And also, it has been proven in numerous studies that when you are walking or outside or in nature, your mind is much more open to receive new ideas. So that works for me. Now, let me know in the comment what works for you, what kind of thing or routine or element of your daily routine you can combine studying, reading stuff out loud, or repeating stuff. As we said in one of my previous videos, you also need to always focus on repeating out loud. Or if you're more the handwritten type, if you want to write, when's a good time that you can actually study by writing and repeating what you have learned in writing? And this leads us on to step 3. Step 3 is actually how short is short enough. So I really could not emphasize this more. It's so important not to go more is more. You need to go shorter, and less is more. The important thing is that you do it daily. If you just do 1 minute per day, repeating out loud a phrase or writing down a phrase or talking to another person or talking to an AI tool, it is so important that it's short, but still every day. Once you start missing out on days, this is when the inconsistency sets in. So you need to tell yourself, okay, when can I carve out a time that feels effortless, easy, and not a huge effort? And even if you feel like, oh my God, I have so much to do every day, if it's just 30 seconds, really, it's the smaller you can get, the better, but still install it in your everyday routine. And now, this is the 4th and final step, and this is my personal one that really boosted my language learning. It is sometimes I like to, because it's more enjoyable, do longer sessions. So, for example, if I feel, okay, today I really want to look at this verb because I couldn't pronounce it in the last 5 days, I want to practice just that one word. I also focus on which environment I put myself into. So I mentioned before, it is nature. It can also be that I set the ambiente in a special way. So have a look. I also run a YouTube channel for focus music and productivity music, because music, I figured, and I read up on this, it's actually has also been studied a lot. Music can put us into a state of mind that not helps us focus, but it also raises our energy. It raises our energy and vibration in such a way that we are able, first of all, to forget about all the other worries of the day, and also to focus on one thing, but in a joyful mood. And that's again the important thing that links us back to what I said at the beginning. Any effort to study a new language needs to be linked to a joyful, positive mood, because then in that sense, it keeps on being a joyful activity you're doing on a daily basis. And that is something that you will come back naturally without having to force yourself. So discipline creates motivation, and motivation creates discipline via a feeling that you set up for yourself by linking that everyday study to a positive feeling. Let me know in the comments. I'm really, really interested what you think about this, and let me know your experience. After you've asked yourself these questions, let me know what works for you. I'm always also happy to learn and be inspired by your ideas. So let me know what works for you, and join me in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.